So, you want to be a voiceover talent, a voiceover artist, a voiceover actor, a voiceover announcer, a voiceover narrator, a voiceover character. Wait, which one is it? And what's the difference? The good news is that you're here because you've decided to get serious and try something completely new and take a random shot in the dark. Have you ever been told that you'd be great on the radio? Perhaps you've thought about an acting career, but you don't know where to start. Professional voiceover people are message communicators, but not just any type of communication. Voice performing consists of creating images, impressions, fictions, and fantasies wholly in the minds of listeners who might never see you. But if you do your job well, an audience will remember your performance for a long time because of your voice. What kind of voice are you? We call that your signature voice, and that's what we're here to find out. Above all, successful voices must demonstrate an understanding of the message that they are communicating while achieving these characteristics, creating images, impressions, fictions, and fantasies. The message is, after all, the reason for the production, the reason the voiceover person was hired. The interpretation of the message is paramount to the success. So, how do we get there? You have to have passion. Passion is an extravagant fondness or desire for something. You can't learn it, you can't earn it, you can't buy it, or try it on. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have passion, you ain't gonna make it in this business. How do you know if you have it before you start? Well, would you be willing to record free magazines for the blind? Are you willing to cut a phrase over and over and over again until you can say amateurization? Are you willing to record 10 more auditions for voice123.com before you go to bed, even though you've heard nothing positive back from them in over 2 months? Would you be willing to hit Mom up for another $20? Sorry, Mom, so that you can finally get that new microphone? How about, would you be willing to make 75 more cold calls today, even though you fear the word no is facing you again? Remember, no is just one more closer to a yes. Nothing is too ridiculous as long as it keeps you moving forward, working towards your goal. A 100% professional voiceover person. Why? Because it feels great, and you want it with a passion. To be successful as a voiceover artist, you need to have the 4 P's: passion, persistence, patience, and productivity. Which are you? Are you an artist, an actor, an announcer, a narrator, a character voice? Very few of us are all of them: artist, actor, announcer, narrator, character, and very few solid voiceover talents will make a living in all of the above. It's important to identify which type of voice, which category you'll find yourself more comfortable working within, and then shaping your voice to be its best within that category. That doesn't mean you try only one style, but it means that you polish your best and showcase your best so that when a producer is looking for a reader of a particular style, casting directors will immediately think of you. How do you identify your best style? Well, what scripts do you find the easiest to read? What scripts bring you the most work? What scripts pay you the most money that you are hired for? What scripts are the most fulfilling for you to read? Basic skills for voice talent: artistry, creative performance. Maybe you're crazy goofy with your voice. Maybe you have a solid narrator and so serious and stately that we'll believe anything you tell us. Maybe you have a wonderful tone, or you can mimic others. We call that your signature voice. Many voices who find their signature style recognized that it tends to reflect their true personality. But it isn't always that way. Sometimes your signature voice just happens to rely more on your distinctive quality of your voice rather than who you are as a person. You may be a bright, happy person, but are often hired to read serious, dramatic narrations. No matter what area of voiceover you decide to major in, whether your voice is deep and resonant or light and soft, you have the right stuff as long as you follow through with your key elements to develop your voice to its very best. Many of these abilities are unfairly easy for some and yet require work for others, but they are obtainable for anyone who has the determination to see the program through to the end and to practice with diligence. In order to do voiceovers, you need to be able to speak clearly, listen to direction with objectivity, and know how to get the most out of your voice. Have you ever thought that your voice is like a musical instrument? Well, it is. In order to play it well, you need to know its range. How low? How high can you go? What is your comfort range? This will help you to discover your vocal range. A successful voiceover artist must have clarity, the ability to speak clearly, literacy, the ability to read without stumbling, vocal variation, the ability to use your vocal range, phrasing, the ability to shape a phrase without running out of breath. And above all, successful voiceover artists must demonstrate an understanding of the message they are communicating while achieving all four of the characteristics. The message is, after all, the reason for the production, the reason the voiceover artist was hired, and the interpretation of the message is paramount to your success and the success of the message. We'll learn a few techniques that you can try at home to explore on your own. We'll learn how to mark up a script to make it easy to read as possible. Learn how to take direction and leave your ego at the front door. Learn breath control, pacing, trying out different types of scripts. Basic skills for voice talent. Technical skills. If you can basically use a computer, plug in a USB cable, and talk into a microphone, well, you're mostly there. Technology is easier now than ever before. We'll also show you how to approach studio mics, how to respond to audio engineers and what to expect when they set you up, and how to show respect for recording space and equipment. We will get you started on this road here, and your own persistence will get you where you need to be. It's all about details, keeping good records, perhaps getting an agent if you do work outside of this area, learning how to market your voice yourself, basically running your own small business, and learning how to set up your own studio in your home. Okay, how can a narrator or an announcer be real? Good question. Easy answer. Who are you supposed to be? Who has the author of the words you're supposed to say, you are being paid to say, decided you are? If you don't know, find out. If your client hasn't told you enough about what they are looking for, just ask. Then when they have given you enough to draw a character on, use it. Next step, who is this commercial spot intended for? Is the target audience other middle-aged men who aspire to be more like young-style dads their age? Maybe it's targeted towards women who are married to middle-aged men who the women want to inspire to get closer to their children. Or maybe it's targeted towards teenagers so that they will feel kinder towards their parents. When you understand your story, then you can tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. Figure out to whom you are telling the story. It's just one person. Do that, and you can create a believable character and a successful performance. Types of scripts. Soft, often called soft sell. This is subjective, persuasive approach without being too direct. It is gentler and often targets women, although it can be used in ads for men. Soft sell usually tugs at the heartstrings a little, and asking the voiceover talent to read with a friendly conversational tone. Foodstuffs, baby products, and soap are examples of soft sell commercial items.
Remember that weekend we took to Mendocino a couple of years ago? That was nice. You got to admit, that was nice. I love the drive there. It's so pretty. My new car? Sure, just look out the window there. Oh, I know, smooth lines. It's really stylish. Oh, I'm taking my clients out to lunch today. Do you think it gives me the right image? Okay, guess. As you can hear, I'm all female, and I'm about to buy a truck.
Medium. In a medium sell spot, you're asking much more directly for someone's business than in a soft sell, but not in a forceful or abrupt manner. Medium sell spots can be lively, upbeat, and entertaining, perhaps using music to add to the fun. A humorous tone or a bright but conversational tone is most effective here. For medium sell spots, think restaurant or hotels.
The college football All-American has always been a symbol of excellence, commitment, and individual greatness. Each player to earn this accolade shares a common character. The traits that bind them were instilled early in their lives, but forged on the college gridiron. Who will be the next ones to join this elite fraternity?
Hard sell spots demand the business in a take-no-prisoners way, with a sense of urgency that has the listeners hearing limited-time offers, and it's now or never. These spots are usually geared towards men, with rock music as hard-hitting as the gruff, boomy male voice. Box stores, beer commercials, car dealerships, and sports get a lot of airplay with hard sell spots.
It's an incredible October 10th event at Bay Harbor Ford.
Buy any car or truck parked under the tent.
And the magic begins.
Every Wednesday.
Get free gas for a year with your vehicle purchase.
Every Thursday.
Get a 100,000-mile extended warranty. Absolutely free.
Every Friday.
Get free complete maintenance for 3 years.
Every Saturday is Slasher Saturday.
All vehicles under the tent get their prices slashed. Shower until they're sold.
Register to win a high-definition TV.
Don't miss the October 10th event at Bay Harbor Ford, where our people make the difference.
Marking up your script for a better read. Who are you reading to? Who is your audience? What are you reading about? What's the subject? What is the purpose for reading this? Is it to inform, to entertain, to persuade? Now that you know who your message is aimed toward, who you are supposed to be while reading it, your tone and attitude convey this. And what the message is about, you're ready to start working on tuning the text, your script, into the partner to give you the best delivery of the script. Scripts can vary in their written quality, however, which is something you'll have to get used to in the voiceover industry. Some scripts will be beautifully written, spelled correctly, using appropriate punctuation, good grammar, etc. It's your job as a voiceover artist to take the copy, interpret it, and deliver it in a style that the client likes. This means that you might need to make some changes, with the client's approval, of course. Start with a pencil. Slash versus comma. Sometimes your script will be fine. Other times you'll get copy with no commas at all, or copy with commas in all the wrong places. Commas should be where there's a natural pause, and this pause will allow you to take a breath in all the appropriate places. Mark up your script for pauses, but instead of a comma, I suggest using big, thick slash marks. Your eye will see a slash capture these easier when reading. Underlining. If there is a particular word in the copy that needs more emphasis, then underline it that you need to place more extra gravitas, oomph, on that word. This word might be the company name or a particular brand or a power word that needs extra emphasis. Up, down arrows. There are times in your script when you will need to change your pace and or tone of delivery. Marking your copy with up and down arrows will act as a reminder for when you need to inflect up or down on a particular word. Circle words that you are unsure how to pronounce. These might be jargon words that the company uses, or words that an American might pronounce differently from a British person. Check with your client and make sure that you know how they want the word to be pronounced and that it is correct. Capital letters. You can use these to help you to convey emotions of a particular text, like H for happy, E for excited, C for calm, A for angry, etc. The curvy line. This is a underline with attitude. Whenever a word needs a bit of shading, a slight suggestion of highlighting, coloring, or otherwise turning the word itself into a sound intimation, drawing out the SH on the word fresh, for example, seems to sound fresh when talking about fresh foods from the farm. Okay, so are you ready for your first lesson? When you are ready to start your career as a voiceover artist, send me an email at jack@audio123.net, and we will send you some scripts and set you up with your first Zoom voiceover lesson. If you'd like to know more about me and the other voiceover artists that I work with, you can visit us at audio123.net. See you soon.